Welcome everyone, it's Viziers Drinkamar. It's time for some more Raid Shadow Legends. What's left? Grace of Champions level in the tavern 3 times. Oh, I think I know who I'm gonna do that for. I think we all know who. Because the thing is, this account needs a high Katoon. Alright, this account needs a high Katoon. Alright, so we're going to do that. We're going to do a bit more arena. Because, again, this account needs help. Like, legitimately needs help. I will be forming a better arena team over time. Right now, my biggest problem is I don't have a speed lead plus decrease, like speed lead plus block debuffs. Because that would be far more optimal than my current team. My current team is highly noob except for the 2 in the core. Like, I've seen noob teams built better than this. So, yeah. I've got to fix that. Granted, I need to get some of these in a different state in order to get that. Because the problem is I want to make this different. Because the problem is Satyr, although he's good for Fire Knight, he's not great for Arena. No. He's not. So, because, like, she's okay for Arena because she puts up a shield. This guy just decreases turn meter based on his one catch skill, which to most champions doesn't do much damage. And he's also not very durable for this purpose as well, so I'm definitely going to replace him with High Katoon when I get High Katoon to 50, because we're going to want a lot of speed. We're going to want speed from her and speed from Katoon, who's going to take Satyr's spot. Yeah. Ew, Escartosis. They've got a Pixnail. Woof. Alright, because we're going to start with, obviously, some Marina. And then progress into what I have to do to develop Vizier. Because I guess I should show some of the behind-scenes work. I'm not going to show all of it. Definitely not going to show the food grinding. Most definitely. Alright. Let's see here. We'll collect that soon. Where are we at? Yeah, we'll have to do that on the next rotation. Okay, we're going to do an easy termite. But before we do that, I've got to check, say, these guys' gear it needs help. It needs serious help. So we're going to get him and then this. Because we're going to want to get his current gear in shape for this boss. Because, yeah, it's not looking so hot. And he's one of the big burners of the easy termite. And there's a Shadowkin ring that I'm completely ignoring. And I can mix it for 100k. But there's a problem. We need more potions. And it's hard for me to explain why until you really understand. Actually, this isn't the best team for this, but whatever. Because once you can get your mind wrapped around, you know, ascending a ninja, I'm not going to make a third account because doing that right now, I'm already almost losing track of 3. I really don't want to have to start losing track of 4. I really don't. So that's part of why I'm not doing it. All right. Okay, so yeah, Spirit Host would have been better here. I made an egregious error, which is not going to be easy to fix, but whatever. Because the only gotta put the shield up because this is gonna hurt. It doesn't hurt as much as I thought it would. But then again, this is a much lower difficulty than I usually do. I'm usually fighting this thing on like Ultra, Giga, Terra, I murder you difficulty. You are dead difficulty. Like that's my typical foray into this is the you are dead difficulty. Not the, oh, I kind of take mercy on you difficulty. Like, this is a kind of takes mercy. Yeah, it killed High Katoon, but High Katoon's not supposed to be here anyway. Like, it's still not. I still have to go to the next one. I want to see also if the bug is still there. Because I want to check this bug. Hopefully, it doesn't show up again. But before, earlier in the patch, I had a bug. Let's see if it shows up now. Oh, it's not. It cleared. That's weird. Because before, it had this bug where it's like, nuts. I have this bug. Okay. Okay, the daily's done. That's good. Okay, the bars are here. I'm gonna refresh the list and do some tag. Cause the tokens are gonna refresh, right? And when the tokens refresh, I want to be ready for it. This is a different account. That's why this one doesn't have a Drexler yet. This one still has to do some fragments. This isn't the main account. This is still a very powerful account. Don't get me wrong. I can easily smack this account. I was made when I joined Bard Court. You can see how it's developed. Granted, I'm going to have to do a lot of leveling on here. And to make progress. I'm also going to have to level him. As you can see, we have a fair number of 60s. We're not ultra end game, but we're not early game. And we're not late-ish lame. Like the other one, we're close. Here's the weird thing. The other account has so many champions on it that are worth 6-starring. It's kind of ludicrous, and I just can't 6-star them all at once. So the reason I targeted Vizier is because Vizier is going to be part of my Clanboss nuke setup. So that's going to be the thing here. Okay, we're going to go try to smack this sucker. Okay, he likes to remove buffs. I'm just going to go straight at him because I don't need him to heal constantly. I'd rather him not do that. There we go. Got him with that. Because, yes, I have to constantly keep tabs on those. And then I'm going to do one Clanboss on this. Because I'm telling you, man, if I don't keep track of this termite, we are going to be in trouble. We are going to be in grievous trouble. Like, if I don't keep track of this Clanboss. Now, I don't have a Vizier on here. See, that's why I rank 6th Vizier. That's why. I rank 6th him specifically so that my clan leader account would have a distinct advantage developing to all other accounts. That's what I did. Like it's the master account of all three. It's the one that has the great advantage, if you will. So that's why I did it. That's why. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing a lot of off-screen grinding, because I am. Because the one thing about this game that's really annoying is in order to really get the maximum benefit from your champions, etc., you gotta grind. No ifs, ands, buts, or ors. You must grind. And that can get very tedious very quickly. Especially if you don't really want to record. So you have to do a lot, like record the whole footage of you grinding tediously to try to get a specific resource. So then you are stuck grinding all of that off screen. Like, I am stuck grinding the next set of rank 5 food off screen because I don't want to show anyone me grinding Brimstone Pass over and over again, even though that's exactly what I have to do. In fact, it's hard to even show me leveling the specific champions that I want to level, never mind having to get past the parasitic leveling system. I call it parasitic because I don't know of any other game that makes you have to sacrifice other champions to keep breaking level caps and have the level caps be as low as it is. Like that is a very tedious thing. They're all rank 6 now though, but this account's gonna have to get some stuff going for it. Now, I wish it would land the weaken on this boss. That guy, though, is so loud and annoying that it's hard to even cock over him, and I have to close that door. Oh, might as well be screaming about this shit at the top of his lungs. Oh. Alright. Gotta get that burn on him again. Dang it. Gotta get that disintegrate on him again. But, like, this is where Vizier would really help here, because Vizier would allow me to do some really nasty stuff with this boss that no other champion really can do. That's the thing. This account is an okay Clanboss comp, and it'll get better once we get Ninja to 60, but it still doesn't have that Vizier touch. Because that's why I did it. I did it for the Vizier touch, which I'll try to demonstrate as we level Vizier some more. Because Vizier is top drawer for this boss. Just saying. Like, Vizier is... Like, I have a Fireborn Sprite, but I haven't leveled it and everything. So I could do that too, and then I could add Valerie in for another buff extender. I even have a Taragi the Frog that I haven't leveled that I could use. In fact, the only champion on here I don't have that's on my first account is Sathia, and Drexthar is more than a match for a good substitute. Drexthar is more than good. Like, Drexthar... I'm still trying to get Drexthar on here to join Sathia and stuff. Like, Drexthar's that good. He's like a game changer on any account almost that you get him. The thing is, he's almost as hard to get as, He's one of the hardest champions that's not RNG based to get. Because you literally have to win Tag Arena for basically like a whole bunch of Tag Arena matches to get 360 bars for 100 days straight. That's pretty rough when you think about it. Like, when you really think about what that means, it gets you an idea of what it really takes to get a what it really takes to get where you want to go with the Clanboss. Now, I could make a different setup, and I probably will. So, one setup that's really good for this boss is like Ninja plus Like, we get to ninja higher level, and then we put him in with Kale and then some defense champions. And, like, make, like, a wall. So, yeah. That's one thing you can do. And then I have to check the other account, and I have to level it as well. Because there is a very specific champion on there that needs help. Can you guess who this champion is? Remember who I was referring to? Yes, the Clanboss god himself, Vizier. Vizier needs help. He needs my personal help, and he's a very good champion, and he's underrated. Vizier is underrated. He is ridiculous. If you get him, you can make it so that the termite burns for a very long time to come. That's the truth about this. So we were on 7-5. Yeah. So we have a 4 here. Yeah, that'll be used to upgrade him. He'll be the final component. And then we'll turn these. But yeah, Vizier of Ellis is a big deal. I will be showing Arena on these respective accounts, but right now I'm trying to, and I will be continuing to, try to make use more of these XP boosts on this account, because I haven't really been doing that, and it's important because this account needs to grow even more. But the reason I did Vizier was because I want my Clanboss Exterminator to be in a better spot. He's not where he needs to be, but he just has to get there. I have to kind of guide him on the way to becoming 60. And in the meantime, raise some food. Because I'm going to need him to do a job. And I'm going to need some of these other suckers to do a job too. Because a lot of them are not where they need to be for the later game. A lot of them are in a bad way for a later game. Like, let me put it this way. In the later game, we're going to want... Okay, I have to make sure I always check on some stuff. Alright, good. We're going to fight this guy. Because, yeah, Vizier needs to go along his journey to becoming a god. Because right now, he's not where I need him to be. He can triple hit, which is great for Fire Knight. His stats are vastly boosted because he's 6-star now. But he's not... He doesn't yet blend in with the rest of... Like, he also has an anti-heal, though. Like, he's useful for a lot of content. You can't really count the sucker out. He really is useful for a lot of content. There is a couple of other things, like Dark Alhane's an area of effect nuke, which we will be covering that in depth. But yeah, we're going to be doing Valdemar straight. One of the areas I've been farming a lot because I've been trying to improve my Templar. Each account has a Templar. And the tower is about to reset, which is good. Because without the need for the Templar until next rotation, whenever that other one comes around, that'll allow me to finally maybe even beat a rotation once, which I would be very happy about. I'd love to see if I could like use like Drexthar to beat Doom Tower for once, at least on normal. Because right now I cannot go past 450. It won't happen. It won't happen. I mean, even if I have to make more 6-stars, it'll still be probably easier than dealing with Bommel. Bommel is one of the most stat-hungry, annoying, terrible bosses ever made. And there's no way of blocking or removing his bombs, which means like Sepulture Sentinel and Sanguinia, quite frankly, don't work versus that boss. That's one of the things that makes it so difficult. That boss blow difficult. But yeah, I'm just trying to keep progressing here. Now, I do have to fight that other boss more, but so on here, so it's a bit of a downer with that, but always good to look for any special champions along the way. I mean, I had a lot of silver earlier from farming food, but unfortunately I kind of have to start anew with that. Because the thing about Vizier, why I'm so intent on showing Vizier the sights, is because of what Vizier does. Vizier is this like perfect veil assassin character that does a lot for the team. Like, he genuinely does a lot. And so that's why I'm trying to develop him. I will be checking further on my Discord for stuff. But a lot of people notifying me about League. I did do some League. I have to record the replay of it. because I was so certain it was going to go bad that I didn't even bother to record it, and it actually turned out to be a fine game of Vigar. Actually, a high-quality game of Vigar. But I thought the Yi and Yone were going to steamroll me. And I was wrong. We nearly lost, though. And you'd be like, wait, Vaporsmith, how? How is this actually possible? You were absolutely crushing them. I was. But there's a problem. Our jungler was losing control of every possible objective. Towers, dragons, Baron. She missed every smite, or Evelyn missed every smite except for Elder Drag. And she nearly got outsmited at Elder Drag, which would have been the end of the game. Out of no fault of my own, pretty much, because nobody could team fight well anyway. And then for some reason, after a while, they finally surrendered. Once I became 21-5 at 40 minutes. They finally surrendered because one of their company had gone AFK. It is a really weird game, but I can tell you it happened. I can tell you for sure it happened. As disgusting as that sounds, it did in fact happen. You have not seen the full leveling process here, though. Because the full leveling process to get across Voldemar Strait and get him to where he needs to be is nothing short of nasty. Because basically, I have to take him through here. I have to take him to all through here and then probably through Brimstone Pass. You know, he might actually be the answer. He might actually be the answer to the Nightmare Khazar. I never thought of that. He might actually do it where everyone else fails. He might be the chosen one. He might, in fact, be the chosen one. So yeah, I mean, I'm always asking myself this question. Is Vizier the chosen one? Always ask this question. Because I think he might be. I think he might be the chosen one. I know I sound completely unhinged. But I think that Vizier Ovelis is in fact the chosen one. Like, legitimately, though. Like, look at this guy. He goes in Viz all the time. He does tremendous damage. He increases the duration of buffs. He can cripple and heal reduce enemies. Like, he's an incredible character. And, like, not many have talked about him. I mean, hell, Hades has, thankfully. At least he knows. At least he knows this guy's amazing. Because he tells you in no uncertain terms, yeah, 6-star this guy. The other people are like, nah, we won't. We'll talk about Robar. We'll talk about everyone else. We won't talk about Vizier. We won't talk about Vizier. We won't mention him. It's like, really? I pulled him by accident, but he seems to be legit. Like, look at that. That's nasty. Like, do that to a like a important target and they're like screwed. Like do that to Fire Knight, you could make Fire Knight miserable. Like actually miserable. I mean, I have reasons for trying to get this guy. Like, I have reasons to do this. Like, but yeah, when the tokens reset, that's when I'm gonna do some shenanigans. Glad I didn't take a nap, or we would have missed all of this. Alright, since we're a little low on energy, and I'm already like blowing Omega. Okay. I have so much in my vault. Holy shit. Well, HT, give me that. Alright, defense, give me that. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go toss a potion to Vizier because he's been such a good boy. He's done all the jobs I've asked him to do. We will be eventually taking him into the stratosphere of power. We will eventually do that. We don't need that. We might need these, so maybe not. We'll leave that be for now. But we gotta fight this termite. And see how he's improved as well. How do I want to set this up, actually? I might have a better setup here. What if I go this setup? Because it gives like a triple like guaranteed burn. So if the other sucker misses the burn, or that one doesn't, it's a bunch of fail safes to make sure that the burn always lands. See, it's a bunch of fail safes. So like if one has a thing with a burn, then the other one goes with the burn. It's the fail safe burn technique. Fail safe, burn the termite technique. Wait, I should put the misery thing on him, actually. But, like, he detonates it. And then he puts the misery buffs on it. And then Drugstar ensures that there's a chance of the burn. Then he increases the duration of it. Then he goes in. And it's also a fail-safe. The double fail-safe. The double fail-safe infinity burn termite comp. Yeah, it's filthy as it sounds. It's the final evolution. Or one of the final evolutions of the evolution. Termite evolved. Yes, evolution of the termite evolved. He's evolved for weird powers. He's also weird in the mind. See, it's the double burn failsafe. Burn never goes off. The double burn failsafe. It's funny as hell. You know it is. It's really funny. And it's gonna only get stronger as Vizier gets stronger as well. And as the rest of them get stronger, and I get great haul bonuses, this is only going to get more nasty. It is a pity that I can't get the termite to get provoked. Because if we could provoke the termite, I could get Vizier to extend and provoke infinitely. Oh, yes. Infinite provokes, guys. Imagine how filthy that is. Infinite provokes. Oh, that sounds hilarious. Infinite provokes. It's very provocative. Oh, yes. Infinite provokes. Not to mention when we add a Sepulcher Sentinel into this or something. Infinite burns. Infinite burns. Thing never stops burning. Also, his attack is decreased repeatedly, and we can detonate all the burns at once to make it extra filthy. As the other guy detonates the burns, and then he increases the burns, and then if he doesn't increase the burns, Drexthar increases the burns, and then oh yes, it's Termite evolved. Termite team comps evolved. Yes. And this is only going to get more hilarious as time goes on, as we evolve new ways and new team comps. We could have like a Deacon steal the turn meter, and then like the possibilities. And then have like something else do it. But yeah, there's a reason I am favoring Vizier, is because I want my clan to understand in no uncertain terms why I am very serious about termite. I want everyone to understand that. I am coming after that termite. The termite he thinks that he gets away easily. But oh no. Oh no, the termite is about to have a much worse time. The fail-safe termite strategy. Fail-safe burns. Each time it increases the burn. Okay, that's not exactly what I was looking for. Because see, the thing is, I think I need to make Vogoth more durable. Or something like that. Or maybe, yeah, Vogoth more durable. Or I have like some chance, like maybe have Vogoth off to the side. Then put someone who can tank it, like maybe a Templar. So that he'll slam the Templar instead. I'm just thinking about that. Because, yeah, you don't really want him to slam the other thing. Is that, like, because you want this guy to constantly be burned for as long as possible. If you couldn't tell by the way I set this up. You don't ever want the termite to stop burning. That's the main thing here. That's the main dealio here. We don't ever want the termite to get any respite from the burn. Because the second that the termite gets respite from the flames, we've failed. That's the objective. Now, I'm not sure if I can get Urost, but Drexthar is definitely on the way to getting Urost. Because as you can see, Drexthar is very defensive. And if you want someone to apply continuous damage over time with burns, he's your man. Unfortunately, he got one shot. So, maybe putting a block damage buff. Like, having some kind of block damage buff, I think, would be huge. That's what I'm thinking. To make it more filthy. Faction Wars. We haven't done Dark Elves, and Dark Elves is gotten a massive upgrade. Because now okay, let's be honest. Vizier is a game changer for this account. Let's be honest here. Like, for the Dark Elves, he is nothing short of godlike. for this faction. Think about it. Just think about it. I want everyone to just think about how big of a deal this guy is for faction wars. Like, legitimately. Like, Kale may be the king of his faction, but this guy is like his first mate or something. Like, this guy is awesome. Now, there's a reason I'm trying to get a poison. There's a reason I'm doing this. Is because he can infinitely extend this debuff. So that's why I did it. And as he provokes, he can do some nasty stuff. Like this, he is a game changer for faction wars. Like, legitimately. Like, Kale doesn't even need to attack, and he's already doing maniacal stuff to this guy. Like, look at that. I ruined him. I bodied him, buried him in the ground practically for that. That's how good Vizier is. Like, I want everyone to understand, Vizier is a big deal. Big. If there's one takeaway, if there's anything you take away from this video, you gotta respect the Vizier. You gotta respect him. There's a reason that I chose him above a lot of other champions, is because he is the way that I can get my clan to understand I truly care about the Clanboss. That's how I can get my clan to truly understand that. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to rank 6 Spirit Host later. That will happen with time. The problem is, see, the other thing about faction wars is in order to dominate at it, you actually have to level a lot of champions. Like, a lot. I want to try to do stage 10. I know it's against my better judgment. But I want to try it. Now, the thing about this whole thing is I will be helping this faction crypt some more later, but it's going to take some time, like I said. But yeah, like I could 3-star that boss no problemo because of Vizier. He's that strong. In fact, it's because of Vizier that I've even bothered to go this far. Vizier and Spirit Host, which is another reason why I'm probably going to be improving Spirit Host. That's a little too high. That is a little too high. But yeah, like, yeah, because we're not at that level yet. I need to, like, there's a lot of grinding that has to be done on this specific faction alone before we get to that point. Because basically, in order for you to do something of that magnitude, you need a team of 60s. It's that simple. You basically want a team of 60s. Or at least a team of 6 stars. Which is going to involve farming lots of food. That's what it's going to involve. And there we have it. I just need to do one more. And we should be able to collect a reward for Faction Wars. Like, it's not like I'm not trying to improve this faction, because Vizier is a major step forward for this faction. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to do Spirit Host or Tamilia. The reason that Spirit Host and Tamilia particularly appeal to me is because they have a lot of use in other content. So that is something to note. That is something to note. One perception artifact at the forge. Not bad. Alright, let's do 6 Dwarf Crypt. Because it would feel unfair of me to not do something with the little guys. It's time for them to rock and roll. Prey acquired. Look at that damage. We haven't even... Here's the thing. We haven't even scratched the surface of this faction yet. Like, I'm betting you this Gala is going to turn into an absolute... She already kind of is an absolute savage. Whoa. She's already an absolute savage. Imagine what happens when I actually take her to 6-star. Yeah, she's gonna kick butt. She is going to kick so much butt. All right. Look at what she does now. Ignore the size thing. See what she does, not her size. Her size doesn't tell you anything about what she can do. Tells you nothing. Because the size is not going to change. Her power is. When I take her to 6-star, because trust me, I'm taking her to 6-star. There's a reason. I'm doing it because I need her to complete this crypt, number 1. Number 2, she has a lot of really unique properties that only she can do in like my entire team, like my entire account. She is a void affinity. She is a void affinity nuker. Pretty sure that's a Warcaster on the right. I'm going to go for you. Prey acquired. But yeah, Gala's got a bright future ahead of her. Alright, smack it. I think killing the ads was important. Because once you kill the ads, it's kind of like with the other boss. It makes it easier. Because the ads keep healing and shielding and... They keep healing and shielding him. Which is stupid, because this champ ignores defense. That shouldn't be a problem, and yet it is. See, and then we can smack him with that. Someone's going to randomly revive. Okay. Because he has a passive. Because these little guys are tough. They don't look tough. But they are. See? Just trust me. Gala is going to do a lot in her future. She's got a bright future ahead of her. Trust me. Because yeah, I am definitely... So the problem is my dwarf faction is not in a great spot. They aren't. Because their development has been delayed due to Clanboss team comps. That's the truth of it. Clanboss, team comps, and Spider. Because none of them here are really that good at Spider. Now, that does not mean that they don't do crazy stuff. That does not also mean that I will not be using Gala in the future as a form of Like they do good damage. It's just the one that's the MVP is, well, the two MVPs are rather Master Butcher and Gala. Those are going to be the ones that I 6-star at some point. And you're like, 6-starring Master Butcher? Are you okay? Well, at least I'll 5-star him, but I'll definitely 6-star Gala. I may eventually 6-star Master Butcher, because Master Butcher is just that useful eventually. But it's Gala above all, though, that I would want to 6-star of this faction. The only reason I didn't was because Vizier exists. Because Vizier is so ridiculous for asserting dominance on Clanboss that I would be a fool not to do it. I would be a fool. Because I was like, what about Dark Elhain for undead hordes and for nuking an arena? I'm like, yeah, that'll work. And she's great at it. But what do I really need right now? I need something for Clanboss. Because I need to assert dominance over that boss in order to take control as a clan leader. And there you go. All right. Advanced. And there you go. Until next time.